welcome to day 9 of Vlogmas. Today we'll be reading a spooky ghost story from Reddit, but before that, let us see what our advent calendar will give us today. Ghostlings 9. I found it immediately. That was easy, Ghostlings. That makes me worried, though. That's going to be something I do not want. I can't even open the blasted thing. It's a dark chocolate ball. Excuse me a moment, I'm going to give it to the ghost. I'm going to throw it out for eating pickles. Are you ready to see the next ingredient? It's brown sugar, the far superior sugar. People like white sugar the most. No. Brown sugar is the tastiest, most delicious of sugars. You can quote me on that. Grab yourself a hot beverage. Myself, I have this tea right here to keep my soul warm while I read this very spooky Reddit story. It's from Jack Crypt, and it's called Mimicking a Dream. Now, I believe this story is about a mimic, Ghostlings. Now, a mimic is a ghost that is able to mimic a person's voice normally, but this story is different. Let's discuss. Okay, so bear with me as this is my first big post on Reddit and it's got a lengthy setup. Back in 2019, my husband and I got a rental in YA, which I don't know where that is in the States. My apologies. In the city that sat basically on the freeway, in Canada we could say the highway. Fun fact. Across from a reservation. Light and noise pollution was thick, but there was so many paranormal experiences while living there. We also worked opposite shifts, so we didn't see each other when we had the day off. Separation. Ghosts love that. The incident was not one of those days, so I had gone to work, came home, and went to bed without seeing him. We had 2 dogs at the time, and of course they slept with me in bed until my husband got home. Ghostlings, what are your thoughts on dogs sleeping in bed with you? This medium would not allow it. My room was right of the front door, which enters into the living room, so when he got home from work, the dogs jumped off the bed and it woke me. I turned over and looked out my bedroom window to see the dogs doing their happy little dance around him, and my husband being happy, saying, "Oh, hey there," then looking up from them to look at me, and he smiled. He was wearing his tie-dyed Grateful Dead t-shirt and his gray trucker hat, and everything seemed pretty normal at the moment. So I just kind of nodded or something and noted how much I loved that our dogs love him and rolled back over to sleep. After a few moments, I could hear him in the kitchen, making a midnight snack. Do people actually do that? I never sleep, so every time is a snack for me. I even felt the dogs jump back into bed and settle in again. Everything was a normal weeknight feeling, and I don't know if anyone can relate, but when you know your person is home and safe, the deep, sleepy comfort feeling works in. I've never had someone like that, Ghostlings. Is that true? Interesting. And in this state, that only happens when everything's sitting right. I might have dozed off then for about 20 minutes, and then the front door opens again. The dogs jump off the bed, and there walks in my husband, saying, "Oh, hey there." Spooky, wearing his tie-dye Grateful Dead shirt and a gray trucker hat. I quickly sat up confused and asked where did he go. He paused and looks at me perplexed, and I repeat myself asking, where did he just go? And then he said, I didn't go anywhere, I just got off work. My stomach dropped. Everything suddenly did not feel right. I was so sure he was already home for the first time, but then I thought about it, and this crawling skin starts in a panic of, who was he just then? The more I thought about it, the more weird things stuck out, like the fact the first time his eyes were darker than normal. His eyes are very blue, and the first time I don't think they were blue. Also, that smile sort of stretched wider than his normal smile. I kept asking him if it was truly him, and eventually asked him to tell me a secret only he and I would know. Ghostlings, when you are dating someone, it's important that you have a secret or phrase that only you and the other person know. It might sound silly, but it will save your life one day. Trust me on that. And we came up with a safe phrase and agreed we will use it when one of us is not quite really us, and I sternly told whatever was there that was mimicking is not in the cards. Standing up to the ghost, important. Sounds super delusional, I know, but I still remember the trick, uncomfortably betrayed type feeling. I still think it was a mimic. I can't say if it was a dream that I somehow manifested or a mimic of a sort, but this one incident was the only one weird paranormal thing that happened in that house, and eventually the paranormal just became normal for us as well as most people who came over and stayed in the house. We moved on there since, but during the years we lived there, we learned that someone previous from us had a baby pass in the house, and a separate tenant overdosed and died inside the house as well. I've had my hair played with, things thrown at us, and full apparitions happen while living there. Anyway, I hope this can be relatable to someone, maybe helpful in a way. After reading the other person's post, I felt better knowing maybe someone else had some sort of similar experience. Now, ghost rings, once again, a mimic typically only copies a person's voice. It does not become a full apparition. This might be something more serious, ghost rings. A mimic demon, perhaps. But creatures like that, ghost rings, are rare. Well, more than likely, this person woke out of a dreamlike state, saw some sort of apparition, and their mind filled in the blanks. I doubt it was something truly evil or malicious, but I can't rule it out completely. What do you think, Goldstrings? Let me know your thoughts down below. And sleep tight tonight.